Semi-final time here in the FFT Arena Season 1 tournament as we square off Avalanche and Formerdeathcorps. Avalanche's team has Netruk the Thief, Labug the Thief, Tam the Bard, and Namta the Oracle. Meanwhile, Formerdeathcorps' team has Vine the Monk, Setch the Archer, Vincent the Lancer, and Crown the Scholar. Two very advanced teams, as one might guess, are going to be facing off at the small map Best Rodeo's house. This is the map where the cloud globe has been removed for the latest patch, so it should be as open as it can be, with Avalanche's team in the black and Formerdeathcorps in the red. Thieves is going to start off with a quickening, as is mirrored as the same, before Formerdeathcorps gets his chance to go on the offensive. Get a 239 damage ninjutsu to drop the Bard into critical, comboed with a regular gunshot to make first blood for Formerdeathcorps. Lancer's going to jump onto said Bard, onto the Thief, as we get a Holy and a counter spell out of the Oracle. Paralyze will go off first and does connect, preventing that spell from harming their team, as the Bard is picked up with a quick Phoenix down. 240 damage jump, triggering auto potion onto the Thief. 200 damage on the Monk, takes him down to less than half. He's going to ninjutsu for death for his trouble. The innocent hat's really backfiring here for Avalanche's side. Stigma magic to get rid of the Don't Act, and allowing the Scholar to go on the offensive. We're going to get a 66% charm going off, as well as another Phoenix down out of said Thief. Holy will go off first, dropping the Oracle. Monk is in range for another Shuriken this time. Only need one shot, showing off with the other three. Shield break on a Thief for 55 damage, auto potion to get rid of all of that. However, the next time the Monk gets in range, he should be able to inflict massive damage onto that Thief. Lancer's going to do nothing. Pulse smack for 55 will drop her once more, as the Thief hides in the corner. Ninjutsu to drop the critical Oracle once more instead of going after the Thief, and Kajisugi missing. So the 4-on-1 advantage for Formerdeathcorps continues, as Thief is stuck in sandbag duty, and Scholar continues to go on her melee attacks. 243 damage ninjutsu, dropping the Thief into critical after the auto potion to negate that from the Archer. Thief is going to go on the offensive instead of trying to res one of his companions. We'll drop the Monk, but not before eating a lance to the back, ending round 1. Round 2 between Avalanche and Formerdeathcorps is going to take place in the Deep Dungeon on map 105 Terminate. Round 1 went to Formerdeathcorps with his heavy physical attacks. We will see how round 2 goes, as the two Thieves use quickening and build up their speed a little bit before the match begins. Ninjutsu auto potion to negate a little bit of the damage, as the Archer is going to go on to a standard fire 2-shot onto the innocent blessed Thief. Masamune will hasten regen action, and the Lancer is going to chance for a standard poke, 147 damage, which does connect. Oracle is going to go for a quick Don't Act to negate the spell out of the Scholar there, preventing any damage being dealt. And the Thief is going to go inflict about 150 damage on the said Monk. Archer is going to dodge the first attack, however, the Sleep Sword proc does connect. Ninjutsu to drop one of the Thieves to make it a 3-on-3 effectively. Kiku to heal up the Thief and damage the Archer. They might have been better off just letting him sleep. 171 damage poke, counter flood, 95, does not inflict any status. Oracle is going to go for a quick raise 2 onto her Thief friend. Archer will go for another gunshot, dropping the Bard into critical. 105 damage counter flood, very effective. Thief is going to continue the offensive to drop the Monk. Very fast-paced action here, as the second Thief is brought back up with that raise 2. Archer is dropped back down, so Murasame heal to bring up Avalanche's team back to full, making this a quick 4-on-2 advantage for them. as the Lancer and Scholar are going to have their work cut out for them. 171 damage, another counter flood, 95. And Scholar's going to slowly get back in range, try to do some resurrection. So we got a Cure spell, and to the entire rest of the team. Cure 3 does connect. Very low damage on that one innocent thief. The other two greatly appreciate it. More haste and regen. Thief is going to continue on the offensive. 218 damage crit. Comboed up from the second thief, who also crits, drops the Lancer back down, making a 4-on-1. With 399 damage holy onto the thief. And Oracle's not going to be able to prevent this. And the Bard is going to fly down and wait his turn. More quickening spam out of the thief as he continues to try to get into range. As the Scholar continues to rampage, another 317 damage spell. Will the Donak go off first is the big question. Bard's going to go for Kiku. 147 damage. Thief is going to be right there to pick up his friend with a quick Phoenix down. And Paralyzed does go off first and does connect. So round 2 will be going to Avalanche here, as the Scholar has no choice but to retreat in face of this oncoming onslaught. She is now dropped, and congratulations, here comes the tiebreaker. Tiebreaker between Avalanche and Formerdeathcorps take place on the medium map 17, Underground Cemetery of Limberry Castle. Round 1 went to Formerdeathcorps with his high physical offense, while round 2 saw the quick turnaround for Avalanche as we get some timely Donaks comboed with some very good damage out of these thieves. Monk is going to go for a Shuriken opener. Auto Potion will get rid of some of the damage. Archer is going to be out of range to do anything effective. Haste and regen out of the Bard, as everybody else slowly tries to close the gap. Scholar's going to go forward, do nothing. Oracle is going to go for nothing as well. More quickenings as the move HP up, and is going to auto potion got rid of almost all the damage the monk did. More quickenings. Archer is finally in range. Kaijisugi gets blocked once more. Counterflood does not inflict petrify. So the RNG is being a little fickle so far for both sides. The Mursame heal out of the Bard, making him relatively healthy, as Formerdeathcorps' team is in range to actually start dealing out some damage. Auto Potion to get rid of half of the Lancer's folk. Oracle's going to head forward and go for a double panel Don't Act. Monk's going to eat a double shot to the face, 200 damage. Paralyze hits the Archer and hits the Scholar, so the early advantage is going to go towards Avalanche. Lancer's going to eat a double smack. And Monk has been dropped. So it is a 4-on-3 right now in Avalanche's favor. And 2 of Formerdeathcorps' units are don't acted. Kiku healing and missing the Lancer. So that's a good break there. However, the Thief with Vanish is going to always connect. Move HP up on the Lancer. He's going to go for Stigma Magic to remove the don't act on the Archer to try to turn this around here for Formerdeathcorps. Oracle's going to go for a quick Beguile. More quickening spam out of the Thieves. Will Beguile connect? It gets blocked by the Archer. Very, very fortunate there for Formerdeathcorps. Second Thief is going to build his speed as well, as the Archer, who is free to act, is going to go for a 300 damage shot, dropping the Thief into critical, inflicting blind. Mursame heal to get rid of half of the damage. And Don't Act wears off on the Scholar, making it a full strength offensive for Formerdeathcorps. Raise 2 onto the Monk. And the Lancer has missed his second shot, allowing the Oracle to go for another Don't Act, this time onto the Lancer. Thief decides that he wants to be Don't Acted instead, is going to drop the Lancer, but the Monk is picked up with that raise 2, making it still a 4-on-3. 200 damage onto the Monk. Don't Act does connect onto the Monk and not the Thief, so he does not pay for his misfortune. And Kiku to drop the Monk back down. Avalanche pressing his advantage. Kaijisugi dropping the second Thief into critical before he catches a quick X-Potion. However, he is now blinded as well. 40% shots. One of them does connect and inflict sleep. So quite fortunate RNG here for Avalanche indeed. We get a quick don't act on the 2 units, but not before race 2 goes off, bringing back the Lancer. It hits the Archer and the Scholar, so they're both don't acted once more. Thief is going to find one cure for don't act, and that is just a double sword smack. More damage onto the Scholar, who could not evade it, as Masamune hasten regen out of the Bard here for Avalanche. Thief is going to continue his offensive. Drops the Scholar down, leaving just one Lancer alive. Oracle's going to hang back and go for another don't act. Will it connect is the question. Lancer's going to redirect, go for a poke on to the Bard. Bard is don't acted, Lancer's don't acted as well. And the Oracle was too high for the spell to actually connect. Thieves are going to rush forward, Bard retreats. Oracle's going to go for a Asuna to get rid of the don't act. However, the Lancer should be able to move in time to catch some of that. 150 damage, comboed by the second Thief. 200 damage, inflicting sleep. So he is not able to catch the Asuna, and is now in a world of trouble. 103 damage smack, and Avalanche has taken the tiebreaker. Congratulations, Formerdeathcorps. We'll see you in the Netherworld.